Have you ever noticed that you work twice as well with certain music, and that with the wrong playlist, you can completely lose concentration? Today, I'm going to reveal the scientific secrets of how music literally reprograms your brain for maximum productivity. What you'll learn in the next 15 minutes will change your approach to work and study forever. Are you ready to discover the power of the right soundtrack to success? Let's start with an amazing fact. Did you know that Albert Einstein played the violin when he got stuck on complex physics problems? He said that music helped him think more clearly and find unconventional solutions. And this is no coincidence. Modern neuroscience has proven that music activates virtually all areas of our brains simultaneously. When you listen to music, zones responsible for memory, emotions, movement, attention, and even mathematical calculations are working. But here's the thing. Not all music is equally beneficial for productivity. Moreover, the wrong choice can seriously harm your concentration. Research shows that instrumental music with a tempo of 60 to 70 beats per minute synchronizes with our brain's alpha waves. This state is ideal for deep concentration and creative thinking. A classic example is the so-called Mozart effect. Students who listened to Mozart's compositions before exams scored 8 to 9 points higher on spatial reasoning tests. But classical music isn't the only tool for boosting productivity. Natural ambient sounds, such as rain or bird songs, activate the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress levels by 68%. Steve Jobs, founder of Apple, regularly listened to Bob Dylan's music during brainstorming sessions. He claimed that certain melodies helped him think outside the box. Here's an interesting fact about music's effect on memory. When you study material to a specific melody, your brain creates neural connections between information and sound. Later, hearing the same music helps you recall what you've learned more easily. Medical students often use this trick. They study anatomy to Baroque music and physiology to jazz. The result? A 23% improvement in academic performance. Now, let's talk about tempo. Music with a speed of 120 to 140 beats per minute is perfect for physical activity and routine tasks. It increases dopamine levels, the motivation hormone. That's why Google programmers often listen to electronic music while coding. Rhythmic beats help them maintain high typing speed and get distracted less often.
But there's one trap. Music with lyrics in your native language can seriously interfere with concentration. Your brain automatically tries to process the words, which distracts from the main task. A study by the University of Wales showed that students studying material with lyrical songs remembered 40% less information than those who worked in silence. Therefore, for complex intellectual tasks, it's better to choose instrumental music or songs in unfamiliar languages. Your brain won't waste resources deciphering words. Another important aspect is volume. The optimal level for concentration is 50 to 60 decibels. That's about like quiet conversation or rustling leaves. Music that's too loud overloads the brain's auditory cortex, reducing the ability for deep thinking. Music that's too quiet won't provide the needed effect. Bill Gates mentions in his memoirs that while creating Windows, he listened to classical music at medium volume. This helped him concentrate on complex algorithms for hours. Now about genres. For analytical tasks, Baroque is perfect. Bach, Vivaldi, Handel. Their mathematically precise compositions stimulate the left hemisphere of the brain. For creative tasks, it's better to choose ambient or new age. These genres activate the right hemisphere, responsible for imaginative thinking and intuition. And for routine work, lo-fi hip-hop works excellently. Its monotonous beats create the perfect background for mechanical actions. Interesting fact, Japanese office workers are 15% more productive when listening to traditional Japanese music. Familiar cultural codes enhance feelings of comfort and confidence. Let's talk about the neurochemistry of music. When you listen to pleasant music, the brain releases not only dopamine, but also serotonin, the happiness hormone. This explains why favorite songs instantly lift your mood. A Stanford University study showed that melodic music stimulates the production of oxytocin, the hormone of trust and social connection. That's why teamwork with music becomes more effective. But the most surprising thing is that music can change our perception of time. Fast music makes time fly by unnoticed, while slow music stretches it out. Use this to manage work sessions. Entrepreneur Richard Branson says he always works to energetic music in the first half of the day. This helps him make more decisions in less time. And in the evening, he switches to slow, instrumental music. This tempo change helps the brain smoothly transition from activity to rest. Another interesting phenomenon is musical synesthesia. Some people literally see sounds as colors and shapes. For them, properly selected music can create an ideal visual environment for concentration. Even if you don't have synesthesia, you can use the principle of color music. For intellectual work, choose music that associates with cool colors, blue and green. And for creative tasks, warm music is suitable, that which evokes associations with red and orange. This activates corresponding brain areas.
What if you need to memorize a large amount of information? Here, the technique of musical periodization will help. Divide the material into blocks and study each under different music. First block to Mozart, second to Debussy, third to Ludovico Einaudi. This way, information is better structured in memory. Harvard students use this methodology when preparing for exams. They report a 30% improvement in memorization results. Professional speed readers, people who read at speeds over 1,000 words per minute, use special musical tracks. Certain frequencies help synchronize eye movements and information processing speed. What about language learning? Here, music is simply a magic wand. Listening to songs in the language you're learning simultaneously trains pronunciation, expands vocabulary, and improves speech comprehension. Polyglots often start learning a new language precisely with music. Melody helps remember the intonations and rhythm of native speakers' speech. Research shows that people learning English through music improve pronunciation 34% faster than those using only traditional methods. But there's a flip side. Some people concentrate better in complete silence. If you're one of them, don't be upset. Try white or pink noise. This isn't music in the classical sense, but these sounds mask distracting factors and create the perfect acoustic environment for work. Many writers and researchers use coffee shop sounds for work. Studies show that background noise at 70 decibels stimulates creativity. NASA uses special sound programs to enhance astronaut concentration. Combinations of certain frequencies help maintain attention during multi-hour operations. And in medical facilities, music is used not only for patients, but also for staff. Surgeons working to classical music make 12% fewer errors. Now let's talk about practical advice. Create several playlists for different types of tasks. Focus for concentration, energy for routine work, creativity for idea generation. Each playlist should contain 60 to 90 minutes of music. This is the optimal duration for one work session without breaks. Experiment with timing. Some studies show that music is more effective in the first half of the working day when the brain is still fresh. Use music as a signal for the brain. A specific melody can become a trigger for entering a state of concentration. It's like Pavlov's conditioned reflex, but for productivity. Entrepreneur Tim Ferriss uses the same Brian Eno composition every time he sits down to write. Just a few chords, and his brain automatically tunes into creative mode. Don't forget to take musical breaks. Even the most suitable melody can get boring and lose effectiveness. Change playlists every 2 to 3 hours.
Pay attention to your biorhythms. In the morning, more energetic music is suitable. In the evening, calm and meditative. Create a switching on ritual. Put on headphones, start the playlist, take 3 deep breaths, and start working. The brain will quickly learn this sequence. Use the technique of musical anchors. When you achieve an important goal or solve a difficult task, remember what song was playing at that moment. In the future, it will evoke a state of success. Monitor sound quality. Cheap headphones with poor frequency transmission can negate all the advantages of properly selected music. Invest in good headphones or speakers. This is an investment in your productivity, not just spending money on gadgets. Study new genres. What didn't work before might be perfect now. Tastes change, and with them, music's influence on your brain can change. Keep a musical productivity diary. Record what music helped when and what interfered. Note the time of day, type of tasks, mood. After a month of keeping such a diary, you'll have a clear picture of your musical preferences for maximum efficiency. Don't be afraid to experiment with unusual genres. Gregorian chants might be ideal for deep concentration, and African drums for generating energy. Use music to manage energy throughout the day. Morning, motivating tracks for starting. Afternoon, background music for maintaining focus. Evening, relaxing melodies for recovery. And the last advice, remember that music is a tool, not a goal. It should serve your tasks, not distract from them. The right music isn't a luxury, it's a tool. Use it wisely, and your productivity will soar to the skies. Time to become the conductor of your own efficiency orchestra. Now you have a scientifically based system for using music for maximum productivity. Start experimenting today. If this video was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. At 5,000 likes, I'll make a video about how music affects sleep and brain recovery. And in the comments, tell me what music helps you work more effectively. Let's create a community of productive people together.